to the bold analysis. United Democratic Alliance MPs are increasingly finding it difficult even to address crowds, as heckling is the new order of the day. And a host of ODM MPs, also caught up in the ODM confusion, are telling Raila Odinga that they can cross over to Wamunyoro. And the Wamunyoro party, after arrival of Matiang'i, is actually becoming more attractive to a clique of politicians from Ruto Raila camp, and that is a big blow. But in this podcast, you'll understand the quagmire the president has found himself, and that is why 2 NIS agents have been dispatched to try to harvest the Gen Z vote. The vote that William Ruto feels would actually go to Rigathi Matiang'i axis. Kindly subscribe to our channel. We are still supporting our girl Lucy here. And I'm reaching on behalf of this girl. She's a student in Homa Bay KMTC, coming from a very difficult background. She was being supported. She was taken to school last month, supported by a foster parent who now has not been able to support Lucy. So she has a huge fee balance that she needs to actually pay so that she can be able even to do her exams that she's going to do for this first semester. And the whole fee area is at 96,000. So when her case was presented to us, we took over Lucy's case so that we can stand in the gap to be able to support her. We're looking at a budget of 150,000 so that we can pay her fees and also get some requirements and even personal assortments for her. And I would want you to get a snippet of her voice making the play.
Good evening. My name is Okungu Lucy from Homa Bay KMTC, pursuing diploma in physiotherapy, and I'm kindly requesting for your support in my school fees. I have a major challenge there, and I hear at school when you don't complete your fee, no exam will you be allowed to sit for. So please, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to ask for your support. May God bless you all.
I believe we can make it. Kidogo kidogo hujaza kibaba. Partner with us, the World Foundation, so that we can be a blessing to this girl, Asome. By the way, the school she's mentioned, that was my school. So this is a bit also too close to me because we're also giving back to where I learned that Agoro Yombe, that was my high school. And she was the best performed last year. Yes. So you're really glad. And wale ambao wanalizanga Kevin, I don't do something home. Now this is the time to support someone from the school I learned. Charity begins at home, eh? Now, Caleb Abisi is asking Raila Odinga and his team that is telling them the reality that they've lost votes. And the issue of sending mixed signals, the era of sending mixed signals is short-lived. The people are moving, and if they're not careful, even he will have no option to remain in opposition forever, and will have no option but to join to get the access.
When Caleb speaks, I'm speaking because of I'm a leader. Na tunaambia chama cha ODM, wacha sasa kuconfuse wananchi. You are either in government or you are in opposition. Hakuna katikati. Imefika wakati wananchi wameamua wanaenda. na wakienda bila mwongozo wataenda na waende kabisa. Kisii, mnaona Kisii ambayo imekuwa ngome ya ODM si mmeona? Ukambani ambayo ilisimama na baba Wakikuyu Central ambao walisimama na William Ruto mtatoa wapi kura? Mnataka mtudanganye tukwende kwa opposition? I don't want to be a member of opposition forever, the rest of my life. My people, muangalie siasa vizuri. Mimi niko kwa chama ya ODM, lakini nimewapea onyo. Mkiendelea kunisukuma, nitapotea na mtainiona. Kwani iko nini bwana? Iko nini?
This is a message that is directed towards ODM party, and because there have been mixed signals. Raila keeps on saying, I'm not in serikali. The other team says, we are fully in government. But I said, the ones who got jobs are benefiting themselves and their families at the behest of others, and it's really creating bit of that. So that is, I gave you that example. That is ODM. That is an ODM MP on the other end. I want to show you two videos. Currently, as we speak, there is a public participation that MPs are rigorously doing to try to collect maoni ya watu in terms of NGCDF. Embu Women Rep UDA, Bungoma Women Rep Ford Kenya, also a member of Kenya Kwanza Coalition, the two were heckled when trying to defend President Ruto today, or rather on Monday. Those are the two clips. So the other one is from Embu, and the other one is from Bungoma County. You can feel the pressure. And I wanted to demonstrate to you that the hostility is not only on one side. The pressure is high. I also realized another one. You know, there is another new brand of defection being orchestrated by the state and not by the president, by flocking everyone in his pool of advisors. And the new recruit is Makau Mutua. So when Barack Muluka was actually in Spice FM, he was challenging the probability of the new advisors that the President Ruto is having to turn around things. And that is the desperate move, trying to, because MPs has become difficult. especially the politicians, it is increasingly becoming difficult to harvest politicians. So just to take people from Raila Odinga's side to join William Ruto, and William Ruto is giving them some plum positions, so as to create the comfort. But as Muruka says, not so much is going to be achieved.
That other people will pick up. We let those opportunities go because we believe in something bigger. I think Makau Mutua is still in that naive environment where he's thinking that if he joins the William Ruto government as an advisor in the constitutional and legal spaces, that he's going to make a difference. He will not. And I have no doubt that if you ask him to come to this show, he will come tomorrow. As recently as last evening, I was having a conversation with him after my piece in the Sunday Standard, and he was convinced that he's going to make a difference. I've wished him good luck, because that is not an environment that envisages a difference. And there will be other people who will go in thinking that they are going to make a difference. They will not. It is an incorrigible environment that has got people who believe that in every project that the government undertakes, there must be something, some personal gain for them. These things that they come out to do, to talk to us, are diversions from what they see as their mission in government, and so he will not make any difference. But he goes in nonetheless as part of the appeasement of the Raila Odinga brigade. You see, Mr. Odinga has got to demonstrate to the country that he is not just taking people from his family and his language group into government.
It's sad that we can't see this for what it actually is.
And one of the problems, or rather the challenges, the headache that William Ruto is having is the Gen Z. You know, and let me not say Gen Z, the first-time voters, the young voters, who are really having a grudge, are holding a grudge with the president. And because political alignments are taking shape, the big question is, where will the young people cast their vote? And to show you that things are not working safe for the president, Salansia, I believe, you people are seeing Salansia running some one-man show. Do you want to tell me that Salansia is funding those campaigns using the CDF money? No. They're very expensive. And apart from just the money in it, that it also needs a lot of goodwill. Otherwise, angekuwa shanza kufukuzwa hizi sehemu. But there is a well-oiled campaign that Salansia has been funded now and is posturing as the Gen Z candidate. I bumped in one of his videos that could have been in Busia, and then this is confirming that he wants to galvanize. Here.
Mimi nataka msukume kwa sababu nimeanza safari ya kuweza jamii. Tunganisha Ghana, juzi tumekuwa kwa Victoria, nimekuwa kule Villa, nimekuwa kule Nambale, nimekuwa kule Peso, kule Lagos, nimekuwa Nikolis, nimekuwa kule Malaba, tumekuwa kule Chwele, tumekuwa Saboti, tumekuwa kule Kwanza, kule Kolongolo, tumekuwa Misimu, tumekuwa kule Naitiri, yote tumekuwa. Lakini agenda ya kuunganisha vijana, kwa sababu mara hii sisi Western tunaungana pamoja. Venye wakati kijana wa Mala aliunganisha Waluya wakaongea na sauti moja. Hiyo na tena wakina kuwasidi mlilo. Sasa hiyo pia nimesema sitangoja nifikishe miaka 50 ndio nianze kuunganisha watu wetu. Kama kaunti mbili peke yake, ya Nyamira na Kisii, wameungana na wametisha. Na sasa sisi watano, kaunti 5, tukiunganisha, sisi tutatoa president. Na sasa vijana naulize, kama jamaa ameshindwa, si wanipatie nafasi? Sasa nataka nikimaliza kutembea Western, naenda kule Kwale, naenda Coast, naenda Mount Kenya, one man guitar, alafu tukuje to make up a declaration ya kwamba for the first time Western Kenya inaenda kutoa kijana ambaye anaenda kuleta ukombozi.
And I want to show you the script. It's not that Salasya is going to vie for presidency. He's not so naive to make such a suicidal move. But someone wants to run narrative, I want to collect the youth. I want to collect the youth. Why? And I've heard him saying he's going to other parts of the country. But that is just a speech. He started his doing it in Western. Remember, when he was attacked in Nyayo by Raila supporters, some Raila mania, when he was attacked during the Harambee Stars match, he ran a very successful attack narrative against Raila. And I think it is from that point that some state mandarins decided to take advantage of that so that he could go to Western and galvanize, try to collect the youth vote around himself. This is to make sure that the mainstream conversation, that the young people don't have the two choices between Ruto and the Rigathi axis. Because on that, Ruto is the automatic loser. And if you also listen to another man I've been telling you, I think I started saying it like 2 months ago, Morara Kebaso, when you listen to his argument about the brand of leadership we have, he is not offering solution, but is carrying a lot of complaints. Of course, we don't have a saint. I've been saying this. Rigathi is not clean. Ruto is not clean. Even Matiang'i is not clean. Even that Morara Kebaso is not clean. But he seems to be pushing for us some Jesus. And when you listen to his argument that Matiang'i and both Matiang'i and Ruto are corrupt, yes. He's even smeared Uhuru and he smeared Kalonzo. He's not even giving us a solution.
Nimewaeleza kwamba Uhuru Kenyatta amewafadhili project waje kuwa rais wetu. Ile hali kwa serikali yake tulipoteza zaidi ya trilioni 6. Siku ya uchaguzi tulipoteza 12 billion ambayo iliibiwa siku ya uchaguzi. Tulipoteza pesa kwa Eurobond 200 billion. Tulipoteza pesa wakati wa COVID-19 200 billion. Tulipoteza wakati wa BBI 2 billion shillings. Tulipoteza kwa laptop projects 23.4 billion. Je, nikiwaambia hivi vitu na wadanganya? Na hii mambo ambayo nawaambia si ni mambo ambayo unaweza kugoogle wewe mwenyewe na simu yako. Sio ati ni information ambayo mimi peke yangu Morara niko na, iko kwenye Google, unaweza kutafuta peke yako hiyo information. Imefika wakati sisi kama vijana wa Kenya tusiamini serikali ya Ruto ambayo ni ya ufisadi, na pia tusiamini upinzani ambao ni wafisadi. Tutengeneze azma mpya. We need a new youth alliance of leaders of integrity who are not going to steal public funds. Kwa sababu hizi pesa zinaibiwa ni za barabara ya kwenu. Hii pesa inaibiwa ni ya hospitali ambayo utapelekwa wakati utakuwa mgonjwa. Hii pesa inaibiwa ni ya watoto ambao wanafaa kusoma shuleni. Hii pesa ambayo inaibiwa ni ya wewe ambaye nafaa kujenga kiwanda ambacho kitakuajiri wewe ambayo hauna kazi. Nikisema haya maneno sio ya uongo, ni maneno ya ukweli. Kwa hivyo sisi kama vijana tubaki katikati. Msituulize kama hausupport opposition basi wewe ni mtu wa Ruto, kama usupport Ruto basi wewe ni opposition. There is nowhere in our constitution where it says that we only have government and opposition. We can be in the middle, where we don't support the corrupt government and we don't support the corrupt opposition. We will create a new force, an alternative force that will bring change to Kenya. Kwa hivyo vijana wote nchini Kenya, msiogope na msitishwe na mtu. Na hata wakitutusi, tuendelee kusema ukweli kila siku, na hiyo matusi tuseme ukweli.
And in a very calculated move, he's actually defending the president. Watu hawakujua. Kumbe that was the long play. And in this is telling you it's part of, let those two not be the options. That is the strategy, that let Ruto or the Matengri say, let those two not be the options. Someone is trying to create some middle ground. I want to tell you, we need, if for us to be pragmatic, the Gen Z cannot produce a candidate, a compromise candidate. In the new in the political dispensation we have, it is not practical. They don't have one because they are not organized. They still don't have one. So they're still part of forming the majority. Anyone with a winning formula must make sure he maximizes and wins their vote as things stand. Where they vote will make a big decision. But calling for it, even amongst the Gen Z, you will not get Jesus Christ. Now, what is the political interpretations of this political scenario? What are the interpretations? The voices of dissent against the president and all that is simply because political alignments are coming up and politicians are awakening to the fact that they might fall on the wayside if you don't align. That is what Caleb Amisi is saying. And I want to believe so many others are thinking so. Those alignments are coming. For example, look at Kisii. Almost everyone is with Matiang'i except Osoro. Why? And Osoro is now seen a man going against the grain. Look at Mount Kenya. The Wamunyoro party is coming up, and in the next few months or so, you will either in Wamunyoro or you are not with the people. Luo Nyanza is still engaged in some, as if they're divorcing, as if they're there, as if they're not there. And Westerners started thinking in a specific direction. Number two, the hyped projects that the president speaks on top of the car, majority of those projects are on paper, but not on the ground. Yes. If all that William Ruto says on top of the car are real, they're happening, and it is what it is, the kind of aggression against Kenya Kwanza wouldn't have experienced. Lastly, I feel in the next 2 years, the president has the most difficult job because, number one, of course, for the previous 2 years, he's been saying, I want to make brave and popular decisions so that I fix the country, but he's fallen out with the people. So the next 2 years, I don't know that he will continue the brave and the purported and popular decisions, but at the same time trying to catch up or rather to win back the people. Through this, is going to be so much disorganized. And defections that Ruto is engineering are not going to salvage the situation. And it needs some magic. I don't know whether that exists in politics, but it really needs some magic. Thank you.